Hello, good evening. It's me again. I'm trying something a little bit different with the filming equipment, so hopefully the video is a slightly higher quality than what I've been doing in the past. That is actually sort of what I'm here to talk about. What I've been thinking a lot about lately is the difference between the single-use and the multi-use device. You know, it used to be that pretty much everything that we did was done with a single-use device. You watched TV on a television. You played tapes on a VCR through the television. You talked to people on a telephone. You researched things with books at a library. You know, most of these things had one function. Or they had multiple functions, but functions that were all closely related. The personal computer changed all of that. The personal computer is the ultimate multi-use device. On my computer here, my MacBook Pro, it's a video camera, it's a music player, it's a DVD player, it's a research tool, it's a photo taker, a photo editor. It has a camera built right into it. And the list goes on and on and on and on. You know, it's a word processor, it's a telephone, it's a text communication device. I mean, I can't even compute all the things that the personal computer does. The problem with things like the personal computer and other multi-use devices, another great example that we have now is the smartphone. The problem with these things is that they tend to do everything, but they tend to not do much of it really all that well. I mean, obviously there are things that a personal computer does better than anything else, but I'm not convinced the smartphone does anything better than anything else. It's extremely handy to have a smartphone. I'm not insulting smartphones. I mean, I have my Palm Pre Plus here, and I love this thing. But you know, it's worse for writing documents than anything else. It's worse for writing emails than a computer. You know, the call quality over wireless networks is inferior to that over old-fashioned landlines, or of something on a computer like Skype. You know, but there's a place, I think, for the old-fashioned single-use device. One of the things that I've not been able to get rid of, and I've not been able to find anything that's better at than this, is the good old Apple iPod. You know, this is an iPod Classic. It's very similar to the original iPod, and pretty much all it does is play music. Oh, it can show photos, and you can put your contacts in it, and some of these other things. But you can't type on it. You can't surf the internet on it. Pretty much all it is it's a music player. I've also just bought another basically single-use device, the Amazon Kindle e-reader, which is a very neat little thing, but it's oriented towards reading. That's it. It's for reading. It's for reading books. It's for reading periodicals. It's for reading all kinds of different things, but all it does is display text on a screen with some grayscale images and let you read it comfortably. I really like the iPod. I've never been able to separate myself from it, and I'm beginning to really like the Kindle as well, but I'm still new to it. Because they do less than the personal computer. They do less than the smartphone. But what they do much, much better than the multi-purpose device. You compare the Kindle to the Apple iPad, and the Apple iPad is a much more powerful device. It does a lot more stuff. You can surf the internet, you can read your books, you can read your email, you can watch your movies, you can listen to your music. But how much of that does it really, really do well? I find multi-use devices, like the personal computer, like the iPad, like my smartphone, to be kind of overwhelming. To do too much and to do too little of it really well. On the other hand, I've got my iPod, I've got my Kindle. I'm filming this on a camera. Remember when there were cameras that were their own standalone devices. But that's too much to carry around with me. And that's where the multi-use device excels. Is, you get one computer, you get one smartphone, and you can take pictures and you can take video and you can do all these things. But, you're never going to be an award-winning photographer on a smartphone. You're never going to do volumes and volumes of reading on a computer screen, or I would argue you're not going to do it on an iPad either, at least not without a lot of eye strain. So, do you want the multi-use device that does everything okay, or do you want a million single-use devices that do everything really well, but it's too much to carry around? I'm finding, personally, that I really like the single-use device, or at least a limited-use device. Reading on my Kindle, I'm not going to have instant messengers pop up. I'm not going to have, I'm not going to have emails to respond to. I'm not going to have a desire to suddenly take a picture with it. It just provides me documents and books and periodicals to read. The same with a camera like the one I'm filming this on. When I have that in my hands, I'm tempted to take pictures or perhaps video. But I'm not tempted to do anything else. By focusing in on what you want to do, and that's something that the single-use device really lets you do, you'll find that not only does the device do that thing better, but you'll find that you do it better. And that's kind of the big shame of it, is as much as I love my computer and as much as I love my smartphone, I find that when I use them, I tend to get less done, because it's too easy to get distracted with all the other things that it does. Anyway, once again, just some food for thought, just the things that have been on my mind. Until next time, take care.